Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Last time the Yankees were at Globe Life Field, that historic swing happened. Number 62 for Aaron Judge, his family there to enjoy it, and plenty of smiles were had. The Yankees back in Texas tonight as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against the Rangers in the first game of a four-game set from Arlington, Texas. Hey everybody, Ryan Ruocco alongside Jeff Nelson. So happy to be with you this Thursday evening for Yankees baseball on. Yes, Yankees dropping the first two games in Minnesota, but yesterday got away with a win in the series finale. Now tonight, they hand the ball to their ace, Garrett Cole, who has probably been the best pitcher in baseball thus far this season.
I agree with you. That could be an understatement. I watched him as a Pirate. I watched him in Houston. And I've seen him here, and there's something different about him this year that I haven't seen, whether it's a look, whether it's the aggressiveness. I saw him the other day, and I said, what's different? There's got to be something. I see some dominance in you that I've never seen. The confidence on the mound presence. I haven't seen that from him before. He's always had great stuff, but this year he could win his first Cy Young Award.
And thus far, he is all over the American League leaderboard, tied for second in wins, third in ERA, first in innings, tied for sixth in strikeouts. Now tonight, Garrett and the Yankees will take on a Texas Rangers team off to a very good start this season. They are first in the American League West. They did just get swept by the Reds, but this is a team that can hit, and at the center of their offense, Marcus Semien, Adolis Garcia.
Well, you have the table setter, Marcus Semien. This guy's been incredible this year, off to a great start. 23 runs scored, leads all of Major League Baseball. He'll run, he has power, and he's an excellent second baseman. He does everything for the Rangers, and he gets things started. Well, he gets things started for Garcia, who's the cleanup hitter. How about 3 home runs and 8 RBIs against the Oakland A's all in one game? 29 RBIs total. That leads all of baseball, and we're not even done April yet.
This guy has put on a show thus far this season for the Rangers. Gotten off to a great start offensively. You see the numbers with Semien and the 23 runs scored leading baseball, and Garcia and the 29 RBIs leading the major leagues. Coming up, of lineups, first pitch in baseball, Anthony Volpe, the rookie, has been hot. He will get things started in Texas. That's coming up next right here on Yes. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 or over. By DirecTV. Stop compromising. Start watching. Upgrade to DirecTV. And by FanDuel. Make every moment more. Maybe there was a Jeff Nelson sighting in there. Some of the great Yankee Ranger combos over the years. Players who've spent time with both franchises, including my broadcast partner tonight, Ryan Ruocco, Jeff Nelson, Meredith Marakovitz with you. First of 4 here in Texas. Let's take a look at tonight's Yankees starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. Anthony Volpe, who's been locked in offensively over the last couple of weeks, leading off. Aaron Judge bats second after his 31st birthday yesterday. Then Rizzo, the DH tonight. LeMahieu will play first, bat cleanup. Torres, Oswald Peraza, IKF in center. Jose Trevino, the former Ranger, bats eighth, and Aaron Hicks rounds out the Yankees starting lineup. And on the mound, Andrew Heaney, the former Yankee, who's pitched very well of late for Texas. Take a look at the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, happy heater. He throws that heater 65% of the time, and he likes to climb the ladder with that heater as well. Swing and miss. He gets some swing and miss with that fastball, but a lot with that slider, especially righties down and in. Free pass. He does walk guys. He walks over 4 batters per 9, so maybe the Yankees can be patient, get some base runners, make things happen.
So Heaney taking his warm-up tosses. Let's take a look at the defense behind him. In left, Robbie Grossman. Tavares in center. Garcia in right. Duran and Smith on the left side. Simeon and Lowe on the right. And Jonah Heim is the DH with Sandy Leon catching Heaney. So here's Anthony Volpe, who will celebrate his 22nd birthday tomorrow. Judge and Volpe both with birthdays on the road trip. Those two have bonded already, as well as the first pitch. Swinging, Volpe skies it to right. Garcia drifts in a few steps and makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Jeff, let's take a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Yeah, get him early. Andrew Heaney, first inning over 4.5, second inning over an 11 ERA. Keep swiping. The Yankees are 4th in the AL in stolen bases. Get on base, put some pressure on those Texas Rangers, and hunt the heat. You're going to get a lot of fastballs from Andrew. 65% of the time, he'll throw that fastball.
Here is Aaron Judge, who hit number 62 here at Globe Life Field. In the second game of that doubleheader on the second to last day of the season, allowed Aaron Boone to finally give him a much needed day of rest on the season's final day. As Judge fouls that back. There was some concern about Aaron Judge's hand yesterday after he slid awkwardly into the third base bag in the second inning, but all good to go. Takes inside here, 2-2 on Judge.
Yeah, he like face planted when he went to dive. And you know, as the game went on, the dirt will get drier, the infield get drier, but after they water it in those first couple innings, you stick, and that's what he did.
Swing and a miss there. Judge down on strikes.
Well, there's that high heater. He likes to go upstairs with that four-seamer. Fastball 91, 93, not really overpowering, but sneaky fast. Slider 21%, also throws a changeup.
You know, the Yankees saw some things in his stuff that they liked. That's why they acquired him a couple seasons ago. Just did not work out in New York. Had a good season last year with the Dodgers, parlayed it into a one-year $12.5 million deal with the Rangers, including a player option for next year. High and in on Anthony Rizzo. Let's scout Lance Barrett behind the plate. Whoa, hey now. Big time pitcher friendly in his 14th season. More outside strikes, more low strikes.
You gotta like that. What, 3 out of the 4 have been pitcher friendly?
Yeah, and the other one was just shifting us slightly towards pitcher friendly. That is on the outside corner for a strike, and 1-2 on Anthony Rizzo.
And I know Rizzo didn't like that pitch, especially the catcher Leon sitting up on the inside part of the plate and having to reach on the outside.
Strong first inning for Heaney. 10 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3 go to the Yanks. Garrett Cole's turn next. Top of the first, let's take a look at tonight's Rangers starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. Simeon leading off, then it's Robbie Grossman into 2-hole. Nathaniel Lowe bats third. Garcia has been a beast. He bats cleanup. Jonah Heim, Ezekiel Duran, Josh Smith, Tavares, and Leon round out the Rangers starting lineup. And Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees as we check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, fastball, please. Even though it might be down a tick, he's still at 96, 98. But he has thrown it more this year than any other year, up about 4%. Has that look. I mentioned in the open, I went to him when we first saw him when we were in Minnesota, and I said, something is different. You have a look that I haven't seen before. And in the park, he keeps the ball in the park. 33 home runs last year, led the AL.
Fouled right back here under our very highly up perched booth. 0-1.
0 home runs so far this year.
Yeah. Fangraphs did a terrific deep dive the other day on Cole, and on the fastball in particular, and just how often he's locating it in the top third of the zone. as that's punch foul on the right field line.
Well, I remember him in Cleveland last year. I thought it was one of his best outings in the postseason. And he was deliberately slow. You know, he just slowed the game back and pitched his game. And it was one of the best postseason games that I've ever seen him pitch. This year, obviously, with the time clock, it's, I think, helped him a little bit.
Grounded to third. Peraza zings it across for the first out. Let's take a look at the Yankee defense. In a left field, Aaron Hicks. Center, it is IKF for a second straight game. Judge and right. Peraza at third with Volpe at short. Torres at second. LeMahieu gets the start at first with Rizzo DHing and Trevino, the former Ranger, behind the plate. First pitch strike there to Grossman. That's something else that Cole's been doing at an even higher percentage this season. That's throwing first pitch strikes. High and in with that fastball. Just to back up some of those numbers, Jeff, on the fastball in the upper third of the zone that Fangraphs had in that outstanding article breaking it down. 32.5% of his four-seam fastball has been in the upper third of the strike zone this season. Last year, that was only 21%. It's a big difference.
Right, and what he's doing is he's throwing that breaking ball down, the slider down. Then he can throw. He's changing the eye level of the hitter. All of a sudden, the hitter's looking down, change up down, slider, curveball down, and then all of a sudden he'll pop that 95 to 96 upstairs. Is tough for a hitter to lay off of.
Right, and as a result, with the changing of the eye level, he's been getting more called strikes down in the zone as well. It's been a great start for Garrett Cole. Would like a new baseball. Three and two here on Grossman. First game of a four-game set. Fourth game of a seven-game road trip. Strike three, caught him looking with a fastball on the inside corner. First strikeout of the night for Garrett Cole. Let's take a look at the arsenal for Garrett Cole. StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud.
Well, there you mentioned that high four-seamer. Mixes in a slider, knuckle curve. Carter not as often. I think he pretty much scrapped that pitch. Last year he started throwing it a little bit more because it's an easier pitch to grip. You know, they had such a hard time getting a grip on the breaking ball that a lot of pitchers around the league went to a cutter because you can make that spin a little bit easier than a slider or a curveball.
Got a very generous first strike there from Lance Barrett. 0-1. Down with that four-seamer. 1-1. Third lowest ERA for a Yankee starter through their first 5 games since 1913. It's the lowest since 1951. We heard Meredith talking to Bob and Jack about that in the pregame. And of course, history was had for Garrett Cole here last time he was on this mound. Set the Yankees franchise record for most strikeouts in a single season, passing Ron Guidry. That's lined hard, a base hit to left field. Hicks over to cut it off. Lowe is going to go for 2. The throw is offline, and it is a 2-out double for Nathaniel Lowe.
Well, Lowe just got a high fastball and just went the other way with it. You can see where this is located. It's exactly where Trevino wanted the ball. It was just up, and he just went with it. Couldn't pull it, so he goes the other way.
Nice piece of hitting there for Lowe, who last year was the American League Silver Slugger winner at first base. Hit over 300 at 27 homers. Here is Garcia leading the majors in RBIs, 29 already this season. Big swing, fouls it back, 0-1.
You know, if you're Burrito or Schmidt or Herman, you should be watching how Cole starts the first inning. Fastball command, everything in the first inning, spotting your fastball, climbing the ladder.
The 0-1 popped up in the infield. Torres makes the call and the catch, and that will end the inning. Cole works around the 2-out double. To the second inning we go. arsenal changed with Texas, Jeff?
Well, he just basically is going fastball, slider, and change, and a lot more fastballs. You can see the percentage, 65% compared to when he was in New York. Almost 20% more here in Texas.
And using the slider instead of the curveball. "31 years old from Oklahoma City, where we flew around last night to avoid thunderstorms."
Yes, and you were happy about that.
I was. Anytime we go around instead of through when it comes to storms, I'm a happy flyer.
Well, I thought that I was going to have to hold your hand through some of it.
I thought you were too.
Yeah.
We avoided what yesterday was a very difficult travel day in this area. They had golf ball sized hail in the storms yesterday in Dallas. Some of those storms expected tomorrow. They have a roof here, so you can still make your plans to watch Yankee baseball.
What do you think about the stadium?
It's interesting. I like it. Aesthetically, I like it. We're a little high up here, but LeMahieu drives that to right field. Down the line. That is gone. DJ LeMahieu goes oppo off Heaney. And it's 1-0 Yankees.
We talked a lot about DJ in Minnesota, how tough he is to pitch to. And he really doesn't have a hole in his swing. He's fun to watch. He's old school. He's a throwback. And this is the inning where Heaney has trouble. Over an 11 ERA in the second inning.
LeMahieu was the one Yankee who did not get a hit yesterday. And he is the first Yankee to get a hit today. Torres now puts a charge into center field. Tavares looking up. That is long gone. Gleyber Torres makes it back-to-back bombs for the Yankees. And it is 2-0 in the second.
Well, the Yankees have gone up with a plan. They know they're going to get the fastball. They just have to lay off the one around their letters and their eyes. 2 fastballs, 2 home runs.
443 feet for Gleyber, who homered yesterday into the second deck in Minneapolis. And now Garrett Cole gets a little cushion to work with.
Well, here's LeMahieu who gets a 2-2 fastball up. He's so good on that pitch away. And he crushed it right down the right field line. And then Torres basically gets the same thing. He got a 1-0 fastball that we'll see here in a minute. They both crushed him.
1-2 on Peraza, batting 6th tonight.
And here's Gleyber. 0-1 fastball was supposed to be away. Leon set up on the outside part, right down the middle, dead central.
Now, Gleyber started off the season so hot, then went through that little skid, but he and Aaron Boone both talked about not being concerned and not feeling like last year. His chase percentage way down. He's had much more command in the batter's box this season. Ooh, look out. That caught Peraza on the hand, and that was a 4-seam fastball. That is not an ideal place to take that.
Well, they're holding because they may think that it might have hit the knob, but it didn't. It hit him. It hit Peraza. And Heaney's missed inside. And there you see it, right off the wrist.
Peraza getting a real opportunity up here with the hamstring injury to Josh Donaldson. You just hope he's all right.
Maybe on the top of the hand. You had hit him right on the top of that left hand.
So he's going to stay in the game, at least for now. keep an eye on it as we move along. But good news for the time being on Peraza. But just to finish that thought, Jeff, there was a real conscious approach from Gleyber in the offseason with cutting down his chase, getting back to the things that he did well in his earlier seasons, and thus far he has looked good offensively. That ball is hit hard into left center. Taveras over to make the catch, but another loud out. This one off the bat of Kiner-Falefa.
You know, you're right, and you look at yesterday's game where he got that base hit and he stretched it into a double because Gordon, the center fielder of the Twins, took his time, and then he got the third on the throwing error, and then he wound up going deep yesterday as well. He's a very exciting player, and he knows what he has to do to contribute to this team, to help this team win. It wouldn't surprise me if Peraza gets a good jump here and tries to run at some point.
There's a check over from Heaney.
And now with the disengagements, I think it's tougher for a lefty. Lefties usually, when you didn't have the disengagement rule, they would give you their bad move. It's almost like they need to give your good move right away.
Looked like he was going to take off. Peraza stopped then. 1-0 on Jose Trevino, the former Texas Ranger. Trevino lines a base hit to left center field. Peraza turning, thought about third, but is going to hang on. Yankees with their third into the inning, their fourth base runner, and it's first and second with one out.
Well, there's a pitch with fastball again up. The Yankees have done a great job so far laying off that high heater, making him come down in the zone.
Here's Aaron Hicks. Big swing and a miss at a four-seamer. Hicks had one hit his last start 2 games ago in Minnesota. A check at second, and Peraza is back.
And that's one of those plays where it's a timing play that Simeon, the second baseman, is close to the bag. Heaney will look to the catcher, and Leon will drop his glove, and then that's when you turn around and spin and throw.
High and into Hicks. We certainly documented the Yankees' struggles offensively. Had scored 3 runs or fewer in 10 of 12 games before they broke out yesterday. Had a season high in runs and hits yesterday, and a good start tonight offensively as well. Hicks pops it up, foul, and into the seats. 1-2. Let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 67 degrees. Feels really nice. Roof is open. Beautiful night for baseball.
Just a tad better than Minnesota.
Yeah, just a little.
Trevino gets a huge lead. He's actually watching Peraza, because if you have a double steal, Trevino will be able to get. Sometimes they'll back pick the slower runner.
Yeah, you have Lowe playing behind him, and Trevino getting a really big lead. Hicks did not go around. 2-2.
I would actually be surprised if they run. You kind of don't want to run yourself out of a rally.
Top of the order coming up next. The 2-2. That's inside. Now 3-2 on Aaron Hicks. Bruce Bochy back in baseball, the manager for the Texas Rangers in his first season with them, his 26th overall. The 3-2, runners don't go. Hicks fouls it straight back. Good looking swing there from Hicks.
And very aggressive. You know, 3-2, you're going to get a fastball to hit. Just got to lay off for the one that's going to be upstairs. A little high. Swung a ball four probably.
25th pitch of the inning upcoming for Heaney. Ball four, and the bases are loaded as Hicks works the walk. And the rookie Anthony Volpe stepping to the plate as we take a look at stats with Lowe's. And Volpe's last 14 games, a .292 batting average, a .424 on base percentage.
Yeah, it's nice to see. He's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Once the weather starts getting warmer, I think he's going to even take off even more. You know, it's tough when you make the big leagues for the first time. You want to impress. You had a really good spring. You made this team out of spring. And the first thing you want to do is immediately try to repeat what you did in spring and carry it over to the season. Really tough. Pitchers pitch you different. The whole atmosphere is different. The crowd is different. It takes a little bit of an adjustment.
Talked about how he was trying not to change things as the results weren't there early on, and how much his teammates helped him with that. Bases loaded, one out. Volpe lines a base hit to left field. One run will score. Trevino going to hold on at third. It's an RBI single for Anthony Volpe, and the Yankee lead is now 3-0.
Well, you absolutely love him being aggressive, and he takes that pitch on the outside part of the plate and hits it to left field. A get me over fastball, thinking that I can get ahead. And Volpe has been swinging early in the count, especially during this road trip.
Bases loaded for Judge now. Still just one out. There's a strike, well located from Heaney. 0-1. Aaron Judge talked about how he felt that the Yankees weren't being aggressive enough. They were coming out just kind of feeling the game offensively, waiting to get into it offensively. But they have come out aggressive the last two nights and gotten results. Big swing there, and it's 0-2 on Judge.
Well, I mean, if you look at the first two games in Minnesota with Gray, I mean, this is a good pitch up and in. I felt like they did make an adjustment with Gray, and then with Joe Ryan, I thought they could have got him out of the game in the first couple innings, and they left him in and let him get off the hook.
Judge with 4 career grand slams, had 1 in 2017, 1 in 2021, and 2 in his historic season last year.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me here if he doesn't come back in with that four-seamer.
Bases loaded, one out, the 1-2. Judge fouls it back. Yankees really making Heaney work in this game. And the Rangers bullpen, which had gotten off to a good start by the numbers, imploded in their series against Cincinnati. Struggling in all 3 games, 3 losses. The 1-2. Judge swings and misses. Big strikeout there for Heaney. 2 down.
Well, after a couple fastballs away, he comes right back in with that high heater. Little four-seamer upstairs, and that's where he's pitched Judge both at bats so far here early.
Here's Rizzo, 9th batter of the inning for the Yankees, and ball 1 to Rizzo. Inning started with a DJ LeMahieu opposite field homer. Next batter was Gleyber Torres, who banged one 443 feet over the center field wall. And Anthony Volpe an RBI single, and that's the 3 runs. 1-1.
A changeup to Rizzo.
Over 30 pitches in the inning for Heaney. Rizzo fights it off foul, and it's 1-2. "44 pitches for Heaney. Certainly would like a little more separation in the strikes and balls. This will be the 35th pitch of the inning. High and in. And it's 2-2. That is outside, and the merry-go-round will start here. Bases loaded, 3-2 count, 2 outs.
Well, he tried to go away with that fastball and missed. Now it's 3-2. He's been able to control that changeup. He may try a 3-2 change with bases loaded just to see if he can get Rizzo out on his front foot.
Trevino at third, Hicks at second, Volpe with lightning speed at first. Off they go. The pitch in there for a strike, and Rizzo down looking on a pitch that looked remarkably low. But the Yankees put up 3 in the inning. LeMahieu and Torres go back-to-back. Anthony Volpe adds an RBI single, and it's 3-0 after 1.5. Stream every out-of-market MLB game live or on demand. New and included for 2023. Stream all minor league baseball blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Aaron Boone is furious because the last pitch to Anthony Rizzo did not flirt with the strike zone.
No, it wasn't even close. You look where this breaking ball is. It's a slider, and it's down.
Gosh.
You cannot help someone out that is that wild in the strike zone.
But it's strike calls like that that are going to more quickly usher in the era of some form of automation or challenge.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's, I mean, that's just silly.
If these umpires don't want the automated strike zone, they better quit making mistakes like that.
Yeah. Popped up. Peraza calling for it, makes the catch. A quick first out for Garrett Cole, now working with a 3-run lead. After LeMahieu and Torres went back-to-back, and Anthony Volpe added an RBI single.
It's like you have a pitcher on the ropes. You can't bail him out when he's all over the place in the strike zone.
That ball is going to land in front of a sliding IKF. A base hit for Duran and a 1-out base runner for Texas.
We talked yesterday a little bit about that line drive to the center fielder, and IKF being a young center fielder as far as first time playing that position, that is the toughest ball because you have to freeze as an outfielder, and you have to basically, am I going to come in? I don't want anything going over my head. Terrific try, just came up a little short. Nice job of keeping that ball in front of you, though.
Josh Smith aggressive, fouls it back. Josh H. Smith in his second major league season. Hasn't had a great offensive start to his career, but has shown good defense while moving all around the diamond.
Well, the Rangers are obviously missing Corey Seager. He's going to be out another month with that hamstring injury.
And Josh Young, the third baseman, who's gotten off to a great start, got hit by a pitch yesterday in his day-to-day. It's the 13th straight game Seager's missing. Today is also his birthday. The 1-2. Snap throw to first, and sliding back is Duran.
Well, you can steal off a Cole, but the one thing you can do, and he's doing now, he's varying his times to the plate. That time it went all the way down almost to 0 before he decided to go into his windup.
And a check at first. Duran is back. That one just misses. And the count is full on Josh H. Smith.
Well, it's one thing to be aware of the runners, but you don't want to lose your focus with a hitter.
Swing and a miss. Got him. Second strikeout for Cole.
Well, that time he took his time. Nice four-seamer on the outside part of the plate. No chance of hitting that ball.
Smith, a second-round pick from the Yankees back in 2019, part of the Joey Gallo deal, is retired. And here is Taveras. And Leody Taveras fouls it back. 0-1. Peraza is slid way over towards shortstop and in. And Volpe is about as close as he can get while remaining on that left side of the infield.
Well, Duran does have 2 stolen bases, and this is an off-speed count, 1 and 2. Usually a breaking ball or something off speed here. You might see him go.
Strike 3, got him looking. To end the second, third strikeout for Cole. We go to the third with the Yankees leading 3-0. Of the Yankees, tonight's submission comes to us from the Macias family, who says Mariano is celebrating his first birthday today right here in Texas. That is an awesome picture, and I think we know why he might be named Mariano. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
Well, maybe he's already thrown a cutter.
Might be.
Could be.
Going to be taught that. Top of the third inning, Ryan Rucco, Jeff Nelson, Meredith Marakovitz with you. Here's DJ LeMay, who homered his last time up. Meredith, I know you chatted with DJ today about the history he witnessed last time in this ballpark.
October 4th of last year, I think a lot of Yankees fans will never forget Game 2 of that doubleheader. Aaron Judge hits number 62, a leadoff shot there in that game. And DJ LeMahieu told me it felt almost like a walk-off. There was just so much hype around it. Everyone was on the edge of the dugout just waiting to see if he was going to get it done. And while there was excitement throughout the entire team, and speaking to guys today, not only did they mention that excitement, but also relief. They just wanted it to get it done. They thought Aaron Judge would be able to do it, but the pressure just continued to mount as the games kind of came off the schedule. And we know he did it in the second to last game of the season. Now, when I spoke to Judge today, I asked anything different coming into the ballpark this time around. He said, I'm relaxed. I can just relax and play baseball. Last year, a tremendous amount of pressure on him. And don't think he didn't notice all the coverage, all the cameras, and everybody watching him. If you remember those 2 games, this place was absolutely packed.
Yeah. Electric atmosphere, and it was a wild ride at the end of summer, and it was such a strange sensation, which has been well documented, how the entire crowd, especially at home, would hush on every delivery in anticipation, and how jarring that must have been for Judge. Meredith, I know you also talked to Aaron about his hand too, which is relevant because that last at bat after he struck out just looked like he was looking at it a little bit. Stayed in the game, but it's just something that I'm sure all of us are going to keep our eyes on a bit in the aftermath of that slide yesterday.
You know what, Ryan? He said after the game yesterday that, there's no 50%, 70%, 80%. You either can play or you can't play, and he believes he can play. Now, he did say that he had some tests on the hand. They were okay. He wouldn't be in the lineup. Otherwise, I asked Aaron Boone if there was any hesitation putting him in the lineup, and you'll see the slide here. A little awkward there into third base. Jeff, you broke it down earlier in this game. After that, he would go right in to the Yankees clubhouse, and you wondered whether or not it was severe. He stayed in the game, and today again he reiterated he is fine to play. Aaron Boone did say he'd like to get him a game maybe in this series off, if not a full game, a DH day for Aaron Judge.
Well, thank you very much, Meredith. Let's check out the Genesis hitter scouting report on Gleyber Torres.
Well, swing early. He's going to get some fastballs, and that's what he got when he hit his home run, and he won't stop. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Remember yesterday, that single into a double, and he'll steal you blind. He's got 5 stolen bases. 14 is a career high. I think he surpasses that this year.
Yeah, clearly a more concerted effort to run this season. The rules welcoming that.
He's also been very patient. 17 walks. That's 4th in the AL.
Torres hits that on the nose, but right at Grossman. 2 down.
With Judge's home run, Meredith, you remember the fan that fell out or jumped out of the stands?
I do indeed, because from up here, as Ryan mentioned, we are very, very high. You saw it, you thought it was going to go over in left field there, but you couldn't immediately tell whether he jumped or he fell over the railing. So it was a little scary at first. We later learned that he did in fact jump. It was kind of like a ploy to get the ball. A well rehearsed, it seemed like, little skit with he and his friend, which worked out. But yeah, you saw him out of the corner of your eye and you're thinking, what's going on here?
You know,
they saw a lottery ticket.
Yeah. You're right, though, on how high the broadcast position is here. Got to give a lot of love to Michael and John for both nailing that 60-second home run call.
Yes.
Given just how difficult it is to see the depth of balls in the air from this position. Grounded hard to third. Duran throws out Peraza. Nice bounce back inning for Heaney. We go to the bottom of the third. Yankees 3, Rangers nothing. Official hospital of the New York Yankees. Lou Trevino going for a second opinion on his right elbow injury. He's on the 15-day IL, and there hasn't been much positive news there. And Jonathan Loaizaga was on his way back. Seemed like things were going well through yesterday, but Meredith, Aaron Boone had some sobering news today when it came to Loaizaga.
He came in and felt some soreness, so Aaron Boone said they're going to have to sort that out before he gets back out there. I asked him, is it just typical soreness that you would have in coming back from an injury? He said, we're not sure yet. We're going to wait and see whether or not more tests are needed. But you mentioned Lou Trevino as well. Second opinion, talking about an elbow. You don't want to think the worst, but you wonder what news is going to come out with that. Aaron Boone said he saw Dr. Ahmad, the Yankees team doctor, yesterday, and now he is going for yet another opinion.
How about Bader? What is the latest on the Yankees center fielder?
So he had been on a rehab assignment. He played the other night. He is off today. Then he's expected to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With Bader, he feels good physically. Now it's about getting him at bats and building him up. Aaron Boone said that they'll speak again after he plays on Sunday and decide whether or not he's ready to come back up to this level or if he needs some more at bats.
3 straight strikeouts. Thank you, Meredith, for Garrett Cole. Well, that's the thing about those guys, Jeff, who are hurt before they were able to build up in spring training. Is it's not just a matter of, okay, they're healthy, they're ready to go. It's, hey, they're healthy, but they still have to go through almost a modified spring.
I mean, look at Tommy Kahnle. He's up here with the team. You need innings.
And we all benefit from Tommy being up here with the team.
That was a fun plane ride.
Yeah. Tommy had the NBA playoffs on. I don't know how he pulls it off, but he does.
He had like a big screen computer.
Yeah. So that stat there for Garrett Cole, now officially a career-long 23 straight scoreless innings for the Yankee ace. He has been completely dialed in to begin this season. We talk about Cole being here. Two great pitchers who are not here, Severino and Rodon, just to round out the injury reports. Meredith, is there anything cooking on Sevy or the Yankees prize free agent acquisition, Carlos Rodon?
Well, we'll start with Rodon. Some positive news there. It sounds like Aaron Boone said he could throw off a mound as early as tomorrow. As we know, he was dealing with some back soreness. So if he's going to get on a mound, that is certainly a good thing. And Luis Severino will throw a live session tomorrow. Aaron Boone wasn't quite sure whether or not they'd want him to have another live session before going out on a rehab assignment, but he certainly seems to be moving in the right direction.
That is good news for the Yankees. Get those starters up here with Cole and Nestor. Nice battle here from Semien, making Cole work after he got ahead quickly.
Well, that was a slider. I would have liked to seen him expand the zone down and away. Let's see if he does that with that slider down and away.
Semien 8 for 36 in his career against Cole. Does have 3 home runs. Lines that into left on the run. Hicks can make the catch. Awkward slide from Hicks, and into second is Semien with a double. And a little frustration there, it seemed, from Garrett Cole.
Well, it looked like Hicks might have caught that ball, but it may have got hung up in the lights. Let's see. He goes and dives. I felt like it was a good jump, and I think that ball got caught in the lights in the last second. Let's see if he moves away. Yeah, he does. He would have easily had that ball if it wouldn't have got up in the lights, and that's what happened.
You know, the one thing we have seen a little bit lately is maybe some more overt reactions from the Yankee pitchers on defensive mistakes than we're used to. They're usually pretty good about not doing that, but we saw it from Nestor the other day when Volpe made an error, and then right there with Garrett as Connor Falefa makes the catch.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you never want to show up your infield or your outfield when they're trying to make a play. And that ball right there just got caught in the lights. Errors are going to happen. That play right there is going to happen. You got to pick them up. You know, when you're a pitcher, you got to pick them up.
Jeff, how hard is that in the moment as a pitcher?
Well, I mean, you want them to make that play, but at the same time, you know that errors happen.
Yep.
And it might frustrate you inside, but you never want to show it.
Hicks gets another chance here, and that will end the inning. 3 scoreless for Cole, a new career-long streak. We go to the 4th, 3-0 Yanks. It's trivia question time. Rangers manager Bruce Bochy has won 3 World Series, who are the only 5 managers to win more. Ooh. You see 3-4-0 for the Yankees, 0-3-0 for the Rangers. Top of the 4th inning.
To go even further, he's one of 10 that have won 3 World Series or more. The other 9 are in the Hall of Fame.
Ooh. Did your own trivia today, I see. Connor Falefa flies that into right. Garcia makes the catch. 1 down. Take a look at the resume of Bruce Bochy. It is quite the resume. A 3-time World Series champ, 11th all-time in wins, manager of the year back in 1996, 26th season first with the Rangers. You know, my childhood buddy Joe Panik used to play for him in San Francisco, so I was talking to Joe today about what it was like to play for Bochy, and he said, you know, before analytics were a thing, he was just so good at putting his players in the best situations to succeed, just knowing it instinctually, had such a good read on his players mentally, physically. He said, but the thing more than anything else that players appreciated about Bochy, as Trevino grounds out to second, he said he always had their backs. And he said if there was praise sent his way, he would immediately deflect it to the players. And if something was going wrong with the player, he would immediately take the blame. Had a completely consistent attitude, and it was so huge for the entire team come playoff time. It made a difference in October.
I heard he was a great manager. Took the Padres to the World Series in '98.
Hicks rolls one to short, hustling down the line. Aaron Hicks nearly beat that out. That will be, for now, the final out of the inning. Yankees taking a look and saying, okay, keep it going. Good hustle from Hicks. Did not yield fruit. We go to the bottom of the fourth. In right field in a game that Aaron Judge started. Oswaldo Cabrera taking over in this bottom of the fourth inning. And as we surmised on that last strikeout, saw Aaron Judge after the swing just kind of fiddling with the right hand a little bit, grimacing as he took it off the bat. Right away, Cabrera will get a try. Comes on to make the catch. Now the good news is Meredith did tell us that Judge told her he had tests yesterday, all which came back clean. The bad news is whatever's going on with that hand is bad enough that Aaron Judge had to come out of this game in the fourth inning.
Right, with that high fastball, you can see him take that right hand off of the bat. And like you mentioned, the good news is their X-rays were negative. Yeah, you spraying it. When he hit that bag, he hit it pretty hard.
Yeah,
with that right hand.
Yankees a 3-0 lead, bottom of the fourth. Cadillac scoreboard. Well, you know, Aaron Judge is a gamer. The last thing he wants to do is come out of a game. He fights through things. You just hope whatever he's dealing with does not keep him out for any length of time. Obviously, he is essential to the Yankee offense and started getting it going again yesterday with the 3 hits, the 2 doubles. Did have a hit in yesterday's game after the slide. The 1-2. But certainly, while you should always be watching the WB Mason post game, even more of a reason to watch tonight, as Meredith will get whatever answer she can on Judge.
Well, maybe we'll get some information during the broadcast.
Meanwhile, you're battling through yourself, my friend.
Oh my goodness. But I got to hang with him. The more I talk, I think the better it is.
Well, I think
once I'm quiet, then it doesn't sound so good.
We're going to give you some Manuka honey after the game. We're going to show you my whole vocal warm-up repertoire.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, it's funny because Michael and Paul were making fun about it and what the cold could do to our voices in Minneapolis if we weren't warming up. It zapped yours.
I got like a little cold, and next thing you know, last night I was like, where's my voice going?
Yeah.
I couldn't sing.
Didn't know that was on the table for you last night. Is that how you and Graham Lloyd used to get after it? Karaoke bars?
He used to sing like some famous Australian songs, and I used to sing. We're here in Texas, so I was like, okay, where are the country bars? I'm going to go hit some karaoke places.
2-2. Swing and a tip not held on to.
I don't even know any Australian songs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I do either. Meredith's writing feverishly, so maybe she knows one.
And all that other stuff.
A 2-2. Wake, wave, and a miss. Cole is absolutely locked in. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Judge yesterday. So this was after his 3-run double, attempted to steal third, just kind of got caught on the dirt.
Well, it's the second inning. The dirt was just squirted off by the grounds crew right before the game. It's not as smooth and dried out. Did a face plant and smoked that right hand on the corner of that base.
Yeah, because initially it looked like maybe his arm got caught or his shoulder
we
would have
thought
been
maybe it was a shoulder.
Because he ran right down into the clubhouse. But then looking upon it again, you could see that hand banged on the bag. Ezekiel Duran, former Yankee farmhand who was a part of the Joey Gallo trade. Both he and Josh H. Smith were hitting next to each other in the order today. Duran had spent 4 seasons in the Yankees farm system before he was traded. Towering fly ball into center. Kiner Falefa waits and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Cole. But Aaron Judge, this is going to be his last swing of the night. Saw the grimace, saw the flex, and we've seen him taken out of the game. Ryan Ruocco, Jeff Nelson, Meredith Marakovitz with you. We have moved to the 5th inning in Texas. On the Audi scoreboard, it's 3-0 Yankees. Back-to-back home runs from LeMahieu and Torres in the 2nd. And Anthony Volpe ripped an RBI single with the bases loaded. Hitting over 300 now over his last 15 games. That's called a strike off the inside corner, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's given him a couple inches outside, and then that was a couple inches inside.
The 1-2. That was a couple more, and it's called a ball. On deck, it's Oswaldo Cabrera rather than Aaron Judge in the 2-hole. Judge leaving this game after was seen flexing his right hand, grimacing a bit on his last strikeout, as we showed you last inning. Following that awkward slide into 3rd in the 2nd inning yesterday in Minnesota. As soon as we have any information on Aaron, we certainly will pass it along. The 3-2. Wave and a miss. Good changeup there from Heaney. And Volpe is down on strikes.
Yeah, he's starting to mix up some off speed here. That's 3rd time around the lineup. That was a good changeup down and away. After fastball's in, he drops that 3-2 change down and away to Volpe.
Oswaldo Cabrera into the game, his first at bat. Judge was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Aaron Boone talked the other day about how they're still waiting for Oswaldo to develop consistent plate discipline. So they see it at times in his at bats, but he just hasn't quite found it yet with consistency. He's defended well all over the diamond, but more generally waiting for the bat to come alive. Chop to 3rd. Duran, 2 down. That 37 pitch 2nd is where the Yankees did their damage against the former Yankee Andrew Heaney. Last year with the Dodgers, posted a 3.10 ERA, had 110 strikeouts in 72 and 2/3 innings. Oh, and 2 on Rizzo.
And a lot of that with Cabrera is being a switch hitter. You know, having to hit from both sides and trying to be consistent from both sides. Trying to get some consistent playing time. And then also, you know, you face a lefty, you got to hit from the right side. And the opposite, it's tough as a switch hitter.
Rolled slowly to 2nd. Simeon will toss out Rizzo. A 1-2-3 inning for Heaney, who has settled down nicely since the 2nd. Audi scoreboard. 3-4-0 for the Yankees. 0-3-0 for the Rangers. Garrett Cole back to work with strike 1. Josh H. Smith fanned his first time up. 5 strikeouts for Cole thus far, and Smith skies that to left. Hicks twisting, turning, and grabbing for out number 1.
Yeah, you see here, Hicks actually went to his left and then turned back to his right and did a nice job picking that ball back up.
Tavares takes a strike. That's the other thing we told you about earlier. Gerrit Cole getting strike 1 more often this season. Getting ground balls at a higher percentage. Less fly balls. Working with the 4-seamer more often. Top third of the zone more often with that 4-seamer. Yep, he went. 6th strikeout for Cole.
It was a good changeup down and away. After a heater in, look how much sink that changeup had down and away from a lefty.
Here's Sandy Leon. Strike 1 again. Boy, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, man. Very locked in. The 0-1. Right back up the middle. Volpe fields, and another 1-2-3 inning for Gerrit Cole. A 7-pitch 5th for the Yankee ace. Humming. For the Rays, top of the 6th here, and the Yankees leading 4-0 on the Rangers on the Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. This is the first game of a 4-game set in Texas. The site of Aaron Judge's 62nd home run as LeMahieu cracks that one into center. Tavares back all the way to the track to make the catch for the first down of the inning. Let's go around the majors now, see what else is going on. What a story this was in Pittsburgh. Drew Maggi made his first major league start today after 1,154 career games in the minors. Meanwhile, Jordan Walker optioned to AAA. The stud young prospect for the Cardinals. And Zach Gallen has a 28-inning scoreless streak. Gerrit Cole is on his tail right now with the way he's pitching.
He's right there. Maggi, 33 years old. How about that?
Watching the video of him getting told that he was going to the big leagues and his teammates' reactions. Oh, not a dry eye.
He pinch hit for McCutchen, and he got a violation his very first pitch.
Yeah, got a huge ovation and then a violation. One of those really awesome, just heartwarming stories in baseball. Think about the way kind of love the game to stick with it after all that time and not just give up on the dream. And anybody who has continued to pound and pound to get to whatever their dream is certainly feels that hit their heartstrings.
I was shocked with Walker. He was hitting .274 with the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are having a rough start. He made the team. He's not even 21 yet.
Popped up. Foul ground. Low, drifting into fair territory to make the catch. 2 away. Weber's looking and saying, oh, is that going to go fair? Yeah. Saw a hustle double yesterday from Glaber. Meanwhile, Haney, after getting knocked around in the second, has really settled in. He's retired 13 Yankees in a row.
Well, they had him on the ropes in the second inning. Bases loaded. You can only push across 3.
Peraza lashes that against the netting. That's why it's there. 1-1.
They had the 2 home runs with LeMahieu and Torres.
Loaded the bases and only could play one.
Judge and Rizzo struck out. Rizzo should have walked. He was called out on a hideously low strike. Here's the 2-2. That one just misses. And Peraza, who's shown a nice feel in the box. Good plate discipline, has worked it full. And Peraza gets hit for a second time tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it grazed him off of the back of his arm. Right off of that guard. There, gets him right off the guard. Now you wouldn't be surprised if he tries to steal base.
First Yankee to reach base since the second inning. Do we have a violation there? We may have just had a violation of sorts. There goes Peraza. The throw down is in time. Outstanding throw from Leon. And Peraza is thrown out attempting to steal. No need to challenge it. Peraza is out. We move to the bottom of the sixth. It would have taken a perfect throw, and that's exactly what Leon delivered. Local Tri-State Audi dealer today. How about Garrett Cole tonight?
Electric fastball. You see this one away. He's just been outstanding up in the zone with the heater. And then how about a changeup away to get Tavares? 6 punch outs so far for Garrett Cole.
And another strike one. Cole has set a new career high for consecutive scoreless innings. Entered this game with 20 2/3, now at 25 2/3 scoreless innings. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. Yankees 3, Rangers nothing. In case you're just joining us, Aaron Judge left this game in the 4th inning. It appeared he aggravated whatever was going on with his hand yesterday after his slide into third. There's a base hit into center field for Marcus Semien.
Well, you don't want it to get worse.
Yeah.
It's just a slider away, and Semien punches it up the middle, right past Cole. You know, he felt it on that swing. You don't want it to get any worse. I mean, if he feels just a little bit, it's like, all right, hey, we got a whole series. This might be his day off the rest of the way.
Check swing the other way against the shifted Peraza. And it's a base hit for Grossman. And now the Rangers with a little something cooking. Back-to-back singles to start the 6th.
Well, Peraza way off the bag, and this was just a pitch up and in, and a little emergency hack by Grossman. And it just gets past Peraza at third. You see this emergency hack, a little fastball inside. It's just a protection swing.
Is he? Do you think he's trying to do that though?
No,
there,
he wanted to swing, and then all of a sudden you react from that pitch inside.
So Cole had retired 8 in a row, but back-to-back singles, and now the middle of the order for Texas coming up. Last year's Silver Slugger winner in the American League at first, Nathaniel Lowe. Check swing, did not go, 1-0. And it's 2-0 on low. Ian Kennedy, the former Yankee, up and throwing.
Yeah, he's still a big leaguer.
That one misses, and it's 3-0 with Adolis Garcia, the Major League RBI leader, on deck.
Yeah, and I imagine Lowe might have the green light here as well.
There's ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Matt Blake going to take a walk to chat with Garrett Cole.
Well, this is a good visit because the time clock with men on base, you only have 20 seconds. So it's really hard to step off and gather yourself. You need visits to be able to slow the game just a little bit and gather your thoughts.
Adolis Garcia, very dangerous. April 22nd against the A's. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Became the first player in American League history to have a game with 3 homers and 2 doubles. And his batting helmet actually went to the Hall of Fame afterwards.
Yeah, it's one of those dream nights for Garcia. 29 RBIs. And we're not even finished with the month of April. Now you really have to be careful with the first pitch fastball here. After a mound visit, we've talked about it a little bit in Minnesota. A lot of times, I bet you about 95% of the time, it's first pitch heater.
Well, with a changeup there.
Yeah, good choice. That or either a breaking ball, because you know he's looking first pitch heater. He wants to try to hit one out.
Some beefy numbers with the bases loaded for Garcia.
You can even pitch him backwards, maybe another breaking ball, and then finish him off with a four-seamer upstairs.
The 0-1. Swing and miss. There was a four-seamer upstairs. 0-2.
Here's a good pitch. You see Trevino wanted it up. He got it up. You could go up a little bit higher, and I bet you get a swing and miss here.
See if that's what Cole does. Ready to go. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-0 Yankees. The 0-2 went way up with a four-seamer and a little in as well. It's 1-2.
That's a good pitch. You know, you wanted it up a little bit to get a swing, but that was a good purpose pitch. Trevino could set up on the outside part of the plate, maybe get that slider down and away, and you get a swing.
The 1-2. He got him. Went up with a fastball again, and Garcia is down on strikes. 1 away.
Yeah, this is a great pitch. It could have went away, but he went right back upstairs. Garcia wants to be the hero right here. You took advantage of his aggressiveness.
So now an opportunity as Jonah Heim fouls the ball off his leg. 0-1.
Well, slider looked like it hit him off that right leg, the inside part of his right leg. Actually helps Cole here a little bit because you can take your time.
I'm 0 for 2, a pop out and a strikeout. He's off to a good start this season. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 0-1. Hit hard right to first, could be 2. On to second for 1. The return to Cole. He dropped it. Would have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, a run scores, and it's a 3-1 game with a little work still to do.
Well, nice job by LeMahieu. Because he's playing back so far, there's no chance of him getting back to first. An easy toss by Volpe. And those plays are so hard for a pitcher. You got to take your eye off the ball, and that's what Cole did to try to find the bag. He got over there in time. Look at him. He took his eye off the ball, hit him in the glove. He dropped it. It was a good feed by Volpe. You got to try to catch the ball and tag the bag at the same time. Little fist pump right there to Volpe. Say, hey, that was a good throw.
Yeah, the throw was perfect. Cole just did not grab it. You're on the money, Jeff. You could see as he looked to find the bag, that's when he dropped the ball.
Right, exactly.
So now he deals with Duran, 1st and 3rd, 2 out. A 3-1 game. And strike 1. The scoreless streak for Cole ends right there. But there are more important things at hand now. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Well, there you see him right here. Watch him take his eye off the ball, and he's got to find the bag. You're taught in spring training, it's Groundhog Day, you run right to the bag. A lot of times when you're covering first, when it gets hit to a first baseman, you take a little angle. When it's a double play, you run straight to the bag and you try to get there as quick as possible. That way you can find the bag before actually the throw gets to you.
Michael King getting ready in the Yankee pen. The 1-2. Grounded slowly to third. Going to be a tough play. Peraza on the backhand. Had no play. It's an infield single, and it's a 3-2 game.
Well, he tried to go to a slider away after blowing some heat away up top. He tried to go with that slider. Really tough play for Peraza. The only way you're going to get this if you barehanded, even then, it would be a tough play, and you don't want to have that ball go by you. And Duran just got enough of it, and you see where Trevino was set up on the outside part. He almost could have went heat up again because he couldn't catch up to that 97 upstairs.
Not many hard-hit balls this inning against Cole, but it's resulted in 2 runs thus far. That one hit hard on one hop, but right to Torres. And that will end the threat. The Rangers push across 2. It's a 3-2 lead for the Yanks after 6. The numbers can change with every pitch, so now let's see what the live total is at this very moment. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel app now and start making every moment more. New pitcher, Brock Burke for the Rangers. Told you the bullpen had done a nice job for Texas to begin this season, but they faltered repeatedly in the sweep at the hands of the Reds the past 3 days. And saw their reliever rankings go tumbling down. The Yankees now looking to add a little more offense after giving up 2 runs in the 6th. Kiner Falefa, Trevino, and Hicks 7, 8, 9. As Kiner Falefa takes a strike. He was up when Peraza got thrown out stealing. Popped up, shallow right. Everybody after it, and a nice catch made very casually by Simeon for the first down between innings. Garrett Cole talking with Aaron Boone, and I think you could see Aaron Boone saying at one point, stuff happens.
Well, that was pretty much when he covered the bag and he dropped the ball. It's probably a 3-0 game still if he catches that ball, and he really upsetted himself for not getting that. He took his eye off of it. You wind up giving up 2 runs afterwards. He's a gamer, you know. He's got a lot of pride in this game, and when something like that happens, he's very accountable.
And you're right, would have been an inning-ending double play, but could not find the bag on the return throw from Volpe. So a run scored on that play, and then an infield single scored a second run. It wasn't a lot, maybe not anything, hit hard in that 6th inning. Simeon's single up the middle was hit decently hard. Everything else was not. Trevino flicks one foul. That'll land untouched. Think about it. Grossman had the excuse me swing that snuck by Peraza because he was pulled to short. Low walked. And he struck out Garcia, got the fielder's choice that could have been the double play, and then an infield single from Duran, and that equaled 2 runs for Texas. Meanwhile, Heaney did a nice job settling down after allowing 3 runs in the second. Got through 6, allowing just those 3. Trevino has his second hit of the night.
Well, really nice job with that changeup. Burke's got a good fastball. He throws it 77% of the time, 94 to 96. He has a slider and a change. There you see Leon set up on the outside part, and it just caught the outside. Trevino was able to punch it into center field.
Here is Aaron Hicks. Meredith, we have a Aaron Judge update, is that right?
A little bit surprising. It was announced that he left the game with right hip discomfort. That was what was announced in the press box. We'll find out more after the game.
Wow, that is strange. Well, Meredith will get to ask Aaron Boone about it after the game. Two and one on Hicks. 2-2 now. Hicks has walked, grounded out. Yankees have their high leverage relievers rested for today. Hicks bloops that. It is shallow right. Garcia on the run. Can't get there. It's a base hit. Trevino had to make sure it dropped, so he stops at second, and it's first and second with 1 out, and Anthony Volpe coming up.
Well, it's not like Garcia was going to, or Trevino was going to go first to third. Garcia did a nice job faking like he was going to catch it. You see Trevino, he had to go halfway. Look at Garcia, he acts like he's going to catch it. Trevino wasn't going first to third anyway.
And here is Volpe, first and second. 1 out, and Volpe fouls it straight back.
Volpe is hacking. He's hacking right out of the dugout.
Yeah. He swings at the first pitch very often. I think he has all 4 at bats today. 1 proved fruitful, an RBI single. Flies that into right. Garcia again a long run. This one he's going to get to, though. 2 down. And remember, instead of Judge coming up now in the 2-hole, it is Oswaldo Cabrera.
Well, you got to go up there with a plan, knowing that you're going to get a heater. Burke throws a lot of them. You got to pick a zone. Don't help him out. But again, be aggressive early.
Ball 1 to Cabrera. Oswaldo looking for a big hit. Give the Yankees a little insurance. Drives that in the air to center field. Taveras racing back. Taveras makes the catch. Basket style on the warning track to rob Cabrera of 2 ribbies and an extra base hit. Beautifully done to end the top of the 7th. Certainly the bottom line there. Aaron Judge with the right hip discomfort going to be the #1 thing on Yankees fans' minds until they hear from Judge or Boone, as Taveras swings and misses. 8-9-1 in the order for Texas. Bottom of the 7th. Yankees a 3-2 lead. Really nice play by Taveras, tracking down that drive from Cabrera with 2 on and 2 out to end the top of the 7th.
Yeah, right at that 410 mark in center field. I thought it was going over his head.
Yeah.
He got a good swing on it. He was looking fastball, and he got it.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Garrett Cole, his 8th of the night.
Real good slider right there. Here you see that slider down. And Cole coming out this inning with a little bit of an edge. Upset at himself that he didn't catch that ball.
Cole's 8th strikeout. As that one is driven in the air to center field. Kiner Falefa started in, twists back, and makes the catch. Hold your breath. Out number 2. Cole's 8th strikeout was brought to you by Audi and the new fully electric Q8 e-tron, coming soon to your local tri-state Audi dealer. And is Aaron Boone going to end the night for Cole? He is. He's not giving him another look at Simeon. Garrett Cole joked about it with Marcus, saying, "I'm getting out before you." Another tremendous performance from Garrett Cole. He leads with a 3-2 lead. Out of the park. Well, Hyundai wants to award a hero with a 2023 Hyundai Tucson. To nominate your hero, use the QR code on screen or visit HyundaiSaluteToHeroes.com and tell us why they should win. Beautiful shot of Globe Life Field as Michael King will come on to try and get the final out of this 7th and perhaps more. Garrett Cole's night is done. 2 runs allowed. His career high 25 2/3 inning scoreless streak ended in the 6th. Some meat contact and one defensive play that he did not make, leading to those 2 runs, but another terrific outing. And now King deals strike 1 to Simeon.
Yeah, King's having a good year so far. Mid-90s fastball, good breaking ball, that sweeping slider.
And I'm sure many people wondering, well, why take Garrett Cole out there? Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. I think the reason behind it for Aaron Boone is Simeon has been the one guy who has had good at-bats against Cole all night, including 2 hits.
I mean, I get it, but he's your ace. And after he came in after that 6th inning where he dropped that ball, I felt that he was going out with an edge in that 7th. I might have let him go and finish this inning.
2-2. Well, Michael King ended the inning. Strike 3 looking as he gets the call off the corner. In Arlington as the Yankees battle Jacob deGrom and the Rangers. Coverage begins at 7 with Audi batting practice today. And then the pregame. First pitch scheduled for shortly after 8 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. There's Anthony Rizzo going the other way, getting something started in the 8th with a base hit.
A little fastball on the outside part of the plate, just takes it to left field. It's good to see.
On the Hyundai scoreboard, Yankees with a 3-2 lead, top of the 8th inning. LeMahieu takes ball 1. It's the first time since the 2nd inning that the Yankees have had the leadoff runner on. LeMahieu homered to lead off the 2nd. Torres followed that with a 443-foot bomb to center field. And the Yankees added 1 more on the Anthony Volpe base hit. See the extra base hits for LeMahieu, and of course those numbers, the final 61 games of last year, are skewed by him playing through injury. That's chopped to second, could be two. Rizzo did a nice job stopping, but then couldn't restart the engines fast enough. Didn't have a long way to go, but couldn't quite kick it back into gear, and it's a double play.
Well, he did a nice job of stopping, and this is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to have Semien tag you, but it looked like he slipped when he tried to go to second base. Great job stopping. You see right there, he slipped. If he didn't slip, he might have got in there.
That's nicely executed by the Rangers as Torres grounds to third. Inning over. So a leadoff single still turns into Texas facing the minimum. Judge left this game with right hip discomfort in the fourth. Meredith Morakovitz will have more on that on the W.B. Mason postgame. Michael King going to face the heart of the Texas order. Grossman, Lowe, and Garcia. First pitch swinging. Grossman skies it to short. And Volpe makes the catch for a quick first out. Here is Nathaniel Lowe. Michael King came on to get the final out of the seventh inning in relief of Garrett Cole, who went 6 2/3. First pitch swinging low, fouls it back. Leclerc warming in the Texas pen. Grounded off. Peraza sticks with it nicely and fires in time. Learning third swiftly and effectively. Oswald Peraza for out number 2.
That was a great play. You look at him about halfway. That little short hop, and he smothers it. Gets up, strong throw across the diamond. Real good play.
This is how you want to face Garcia with 2 outs and nobody on. Strike one. I was talking with Peraza the other day about his defense, and he said since he was a little kid, he just always has had the instinct to go get the baseball and make plays wherever it was on the diamond. Also really credited the work in the minor leagues from Antonio Pacheco and Miguel Cairo and Luis Sojo, and all the work they did with him throughout his journey in the minor leagues in the infield. Did not go 2-1.
He's a terrific defensive player.
King against Garcia. With 2 out, nobody on, and the Yankees a 1-run lead. And it's 3-1 on Adolis Garcia.
Well, if you're going to throw him a fastball, it's got to be down and away. Don't give in here.
Jonah Heim on deck. Went down and away with a sweeper, and it's 3-2. That works too.
No, that's you don't want to give him any kind of fastball to hit. He's very aggressive. I would go right back to that slider.
Especially with Heim on deck. Tried to paint with the fastball, missed. And Garcia on with the walk. But as you said, Jeff, you would rather take your chances with Jonah Heim than with Garcia heading the count and pumping one over the zone.
He would, but Heim's been hot too.
There's strike one to Heim. Heim 0 for 3 tonight. Garcia leads off first. 2 out, bottom of the 8th. The 0-1. He went around 0-2. Stream Yankees baseball on the YES app, presented by T-Mobile. was not an offensive threat the last 3 seasons. He has been this year. The 0-2. Fouled away. Had a .214 batting average, a .374 slugging the last 3 seasons combined. This year, hitting .290 with a .548 slugging entering tonight.
Well, he hadn't showed it. He can catch up with that fastball. Or go fastball away.
The 0-2 is drilled to right field, right at Cabrera, inning over. King throws a scoreless 8th. We go to the 9th, 3-2 Yankees. There will be appearances by your favorite Star Wars characters. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a special Anthony Rizzo Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com. Well, Oswald Peraza will lead off this top of the 9th with the Yankees leading 3-2. Let's take a look at the T-Mobile coverage cam and Oswald Peraza. That play just made a third really slick, Jeff.
It was. You know, he's such a great fielder. You can play him second, short, and then third. He gets that short hop, gets up, nice throw across the diamond.
Talked with him the other day about adjusting to third base, and he said, you know, at AAA this year, they've started to get him prepared for it, still adjusting to the different angle. As Leclerc, the new pitcher for Texas, deals. That pitch is just not close. We've seen it both ways tonight, but there have been some pitches from Lance Barrett that are not so hilariously out of the zone called strikes.
No, the one in the second inning to Rizzo.
With bases
loaded.
See the numbers for Leclerc really strong as Peraza drives that in the air to left and deep. Grossman with room makes the catch for the first out. Just to finish that thought, Jeff, one of the things Aaron Boone was talking about the other day in regard to Oswald Peraza was what it showed him about his character, that even when he didn't win the shortstop job, he went down, did his work, had a great attitude, got after it, came back ready to go.
Well, you can't go down and start kicking cans and getting upset. You got to go down and do your job, earn your way back.
Kiner Falefa flies it into right center. Garcia there. 2 outs. Don't you worry, Jeff. We are going to lather you up in Manuka honey after tonight. Your vocal cords are getting a bath.
Yes. They'll get better, though.
We're calling the great Dr. Max April. He'll give you the prescription. 1-1 on Trevino, who did not go there. You could tell in Minnesota, Trevino is starting to put some good swings together. A couple of hits over his last few appearances and 2 hits so far tonight against his former team.
Well, that last AB, he didn't pull off the ball. Took a changeup on the outside part of the plate, hit it to center.
I'm not sure the Yankees have had anyone up in the bullpen. They may let Michael King try and finish this in the bottom of the 9th. Trevino turns on that, hits it foul. Yeah, there is no maybe about that. Michael King is going to get a chance to finish the deal. He will face 6, 7, and 8. Trevino drives that in the air to left field and deep. Grossman twisting, turning, watching. Goodbye. Jose Trevino goes yard. His 3rd hit of the night. A much-needed insurance run. And it's 4-2 Yankees.
Wow, 2-2 pitch. Attack on runs. You need those.
Three-hit night for Trevino. A changeup. And it hung up there.
A big run there with 2 outs. The Yankees get just a little more cushion. And Trevino, as we said, he's looked more locked in over the last few games and gets a much-needed result.
Well, there's a 2-2 change. It was supposed to be away, and you could see that break come inside.
Hicks pops it up, foul behind the plate and into the seats.
Give you a little breathing room.
A little more space for Michael King to operate. The 0-2 inside Aaron Hicks. 3 home runs from the Yankees tonight, all solo shots. LeMahieu and Torres back-to-back in the second, and Trevino here in the 9th. Anthony Volpe driving in the other run. Weak wave and a miss. Hicks down on strikes, but Trevino adds to the Yankee lead. Gives a little insurance on his 2nd home run of the year. Michael King going to try and lock down the final 3 outs. Velocity presented by Spectrum. Gleyber Torres in the 2nd with a tank job to center field. 443 feet, 111 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, a fastball he absolutely crushed. 1-0.
So now King, who's recorded 4 outs, trying to end it. Strike 1 on Duran. Clay Holmes is warming just in case King gets into trouble. Garrett Cole went 6 2/3. King came on to strike out Marcus Semien for the final out of the 7th. Worked around a 2-out walk in the 8th. Grounded to 3rd. Peraza gets a high hop. 1 down. Fans, make sure you stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame. Get highlights, analysis, and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report. Meredith will work the clubhouse. Bob and Jack in the studio. And, of course, the #1 question, the #1 concern will be the status of Aaron Judge, who left this game in the 4th inning with right hip discomfort. Josh Smith swinging first pitch. Skies a fly ball to center. Kiner Falefa puts it away. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Rangers down to their final out. Yankees trying to take the first game of this 4-game set. Taveras looks at strike 1. As Barrett again giving room off the corners all night long. The 0-1. A strike away.
Good fastball upstairs.
Here's the 1-2. He got him. Looking. Michael King dominant out of the pen, and the Yankees win it 4-2 in the opener of this 4-game set.
Outstanding job by Cole, and Michael King gets his first save of the year. Nice fastball on the inside part of the plate. Outstanding job by the Yankees pitching staff.
6 2/3 from Cole. And all that was needed after that was Michael King. Back-to-back wins for the Bombers. And they start this series against the top team in the AL West with a victory. We'll step aside, come back with the awards. Yankees win it 4-2.